Hey guys, Omni here. We have a couple of comic book related news stories that I wanted to talk about with you guys today. Well, one's a news story. Two of the other things are just some reveals for some upcoming seasons of some of the shows that we cover and talk about. So let's start off with the Marvel side of things. So Deadline is reporting, now this isn't confirmed, there's nothing official, but that they have reported that they are hearing that Oscar Isaacs is in talks to play the lead character in the upcoming Disney Plus series Moon Knight. Now, this is a character steeped in enigma and mystery and has gone through various iterations over the years, so who knows which version that they're going to go with. But just on the casting side of things, I like Oscar Isaacs. You know, whether he got the raw end of the deal in this recent Star Wars trilogy, he's a great actor. I like the personality that he brings to a lot of his roles. I like a lot of the performances he gives, and just his general personality. How that translates into the character, what direction they're going to go with it, who knows? But I'm curious to see if they do stick him into this role, what he'll bring to it, because I think he'll always bring some level of a charm or charisma into the roles that he takes, and I'll find it enjoyable. So I have something to walk away with that if this turns out to be true. So who knows if we can take any of what we're hearing as gospel at this point. So I'd wait until there's some official statement from the Marvel side of things before we get too excited about any of the casting rumors that have been going on. Now, the two other things that I wanted to touch upon today, these are from the DC TV side of things over on HBO Max and then also over on the CW. So let's kind of start off with the CW of it all. So as we know, Ruby Rose is no longer Batwoman, and we have Javicia Leslie, who is coming in to fill those shoes as a brand new character, Ryan Wilder. And we got our first look of the redesign of the Batwoman suit. And as you can see, general design is not that much different. It does look a lot cleaner. I like the design, the aesthetic, the accentuations on the suit itself. The textures that they got is a little more prominent. The belt is actually equipped like a belt should be. And the reds are a lot more prominent. I think there's a lot more accenting of the reds in the suit, and it's a lot more visible. I think it looks more aesthetically pleasing, honestly, than the original one we got, and I think it looks really good on her. I'm still upset that we're not going through and sticking with Kate Kane, and I am still, because of that transition, really, and the writing in general, as it's been up to this point, even though I've enjoyed the first season, it still was fairly clunky here and there, and I don't know how they're going to wrap this into a coherent and satisfying transition from Kate Kane into Ryan Wilder. But this redesign, even though there's not much different, it still looks a lot cleaner and a lot better than the original suit, and I can't wait to see it in action. So the other thing, there was a little teaser put out by HBO Max and over on the DC Titans Twitter account the other day. Little flicker, a little thing about Titans Season 3 coming about, a little flicker of something saying Red Hood in there. We knew this was already kind of getting set up in Season 2, but today they dropped our first look at Jason Todd's Red Hood outfit for Season 3 of Titans. And just like with all of the suits and all of the production design for DC's Titans, I think it looks great. The helmet, of course, I know some people I've seen comment in response or replying to the initial tweet that they put out revealing the outfit, talked about how the head was just kind of a little big on the body or whatever. And it's like, that's a helmet. That's what a helmet looks like. It's going to be big. That's just how helmets in real life work. So I think it looks great. I think the design, the outfit, the aesthetic that they went with is what, Jason Todd as Red Hood would look like in a practical, real-world application. I think it looks good. My problem is I still think they're rushing the storyline. I don't think Jason Todd is at the point where he could be Red Hood at this point. I don't think that he's earned that moniker, and unless this Season 3 goes into either some sort of time skip from where we saw the team last, or some development of him becoming Red Hood. If he just disappears from the last scene, last moment we saw him in Season 2 and shows back up for the first time in this character, I need to see that transition, because honestly, from where Jason Todd was at the end of season 2 and where his kind of story arc was going throughout the season, it it just it just seems like a kind of fan servicey, oh, let's get people with the Red Hood of it all. Well, Red Hood's in this season. You guys gonna watch it and not have it really feel earned? And because right now that's how I've felt with a lot of Titans up to this point, and seems to be, I don't know how it is. I see a lot of people are very torn on how to take this show, and I know there's some people in my camp, but I just have not been a fan of the writing. I think the characters, the casting, the portrayal, the acting in general has been fairly good, but it's just the writing and the structure of season 1 and season 2 that I just don't think have done any of these characters enough justice, or not enough to keep me invested. But because it's DC and I'm a DC purist at heart, not purist, that's not what I want to say. I'm a DC guy at the core. Even though I love Marvel and all of that, I love anything comic related. DC is what I grew up with, so whether it sucks or whether it doesn't, I usually will try to see something through. I started Titans, giving it the benefit of the doubt, even though I thought the first initial trailer we saw was not that great. Even though I did not like season 1 all that much, I was like, all right, maybe season 2 will be better. And here I am in the same abusive situation, the same abusive relationship, and wonder, all right, maybe season 3 will be the season where it gets its stuff together and it'll kind of feel like some of these character arcs are paying off. So while I do think the suit looks awesome, I think it looks rad and good to go. This is what I would imagine a live action Jason Todd would look like. I just don't know that the portrayal that they have in line, that the writing up to this point doesn't give me a lot of faith that this is going to deliver. And I know they've done a Jason Todd where he was younger. I know they've done Jason Todd where he turns into Red Hood at a younger age and doesn't have to die at the hands of the Joker to make this transition. But it's just that in the comics, Jason Todd was a lot more fleshed out. He's had a lot more time to develop into that version of the character. He's gone through a lot more training that we've seen, and we saw that he was still quite the rookie up to this point. We had multiple times Dick trying to teach him, and he's not on that level yet. And I don't know how he gets there on his own, given what happened in the whole arc of season 2. I don't know. I don't know if he's going to be the primary villain of season 3 or a secondary villain. I know we've got some others popping up. I heard there was, we're going to see Scarecrow among some other things. I don't know who the big bad's going to be. If it's Jason Todd, they need to really do a full rework, or at least take the time to build him up in that season to become the Red Hood and earn that moniker that I love. Red Hood and Jason Todd, they're honestly my second favorite Robins. I like Jason Todd a lot more than most people, even though Dick Grayson is still, of course, being the normie that I tend to be sometimes. He's my favorite Robin. He's the first one I ever grew up with. I'm Dick all the way. I just don't know. I just don't see that they've earned that arc with this character just yet. I think it's a little too soon, but we'll see. Watch it just be the finale. The whole season's building up to him becoming Red Hood, and then it's just at the end, and we're just like, oh, let's watch season 3. Red Hood will show up sometime. I don't know. And I remember when season 1 was going to come out, and they were releasing like the episode titles, and I know they had talked about. I remember there was these leaks for Titan season 1 saying that Red Hood was the title of one of the episodes. I don't know if that got scrapped or was rewritten and changed later, or just maybe that was just a decoy or something fake thrown out there to throw people off their trail. I don't know. But I know they've been touting that for a long time. They were going to do this eventually, but I just want them to take some time with these characters and build out their stories. Please. A lot of season 2, I felt like so many people were just like running on a treadmill and they didn't know what to do with them. There was a lot of wasted potential in season 2. But yeah, let's hope for a better season 3. But that's it, guys. I want to know your thoughts on everything we talked about here today. Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts, and we'll carry on the conversation after the video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care, everybody.